Hi y'all, welcome back.
Today we wanted to show you how to make these lovely yarn hearts.
Just taking this old box. This just happens to be a granola box. And we're just marking the heart shapes on here. I don't know if y'all could see those. We had free-handed this one on here, right here. And I cut it out to make sure that it was pretty much even, and then used it as a template for the rest of these. And we're just gonna cut them all out of this here box. You can use a cereal box, you can use something Amazon came in, whatever you want. Just anything with cardboard. This one's just kind of thin, so we'll see if it works. We're gonna give that a go. Okay, so we're just cutting these out. It's we're cutting 2 at a time. Obviously, it's just the box folded in on itself. And this is pretty thin. It's thin enough that you can cut through it without too much difficulty. These are about 2.5 inches wide at the center here, the widest portion. They're not quite, just about 2.5 inches wide across the middle there. We've got our hearts made, and now we're going to start with the wrapping of the yarn, and I'll show y'all how to do that. So you're just going to hold it with one finger, and then you're just going to begin wrapping your yarn around your heart, just willy-nilly, however you want here. And you're going to keep doing this until you've wrapped the whole heart with your string or yarn. You can use cording, you can use string, you can use yarn, whatever your preference is on this. It's beautiful with any of it. We just have plenty of yarn. Isabella crochets, so we have plenty of yarn in our home, and we just thought we'd use that. The writing on the back of this, you could always glue the two back sides, the writing portions. You could always just glue them together, and then you won't have to worry about covering up any of the writing portion, the colored portion. Okay, so we got it wrapped. We're gonna take this, and you could either use a little dollop of glue on here, or you can just take this, a needle, and just run it through the bottom. Just run it right through your woven portions here, and just pull it through. You can tuck this little tail in again, or you could snip it off at that point, whatever you prefer to do. I'm just going to run mine through here again. That's it. You got your little yarn. Here's another one. And you just keep doing this until you get it to where you want it. However many you want to put on your little garland. Isabella just made a fine point. She couldn't find her little heart crease right here. So if you take your yarn, string, whatever you're doing, and kind of pull, do an extra little loop over that one and pull down. It'll give you that little tucked in nibbit right here. And then if your tail is if your needle is too long to get your tail, go ahead and stick your needle in and then thread your yarn through. You do want a big eye needle for this, obviously. Makes life a little easier. And then you just slide your yarn in, and then you can just slide it back through like so, and hide your little tail right there. Whoops.
Also, I just got done making this one. It's not the neatest, but I just glued the yarn at the end, wrapped it around, put some glue, and just kept doing that until I got to the top.
So to string your hearts, now that we have them all right here, as you can see. The way we do this is rather simple. We're just going to take your, I just threaded my needle through this twine that we've got here. Picked it up at one of the craft stores. And you're just gonna thread it through. Oops, here, let me get over here where you can see me. Thread it through, and you want to keep it kind of up at the top of your heart here, at the wider portion, but on the top half of the wider portion. And the reason for that is so then your heart will, with gravity, help itself to hang properly. So we're just gonna do that with each one. Okay, we're on to the last one here. There you go. And you can choose to leave it like this with your little hearts, and you can separate them, you know, move them along here further apart if you wish. On the ends here is I just looped it over. Give yourself quite a bit of space here. I've got about 4 inches looped, and then I just roll that on itself to give it a knot down here at the bottom, like so. You'll see that. That's all. Nothing too spectacular. Trying to make life a little simple for us all, right? I'm going to space these little hearts out here. Just let you see that. I'm just going to space them. And y'all can do this however you want. I'm just going to try to evenly space them out.
Okay, so I just got done making this. So I just took the hearts that Mom made, and I made a tassel, and then I used some yarn to put through like the top of the tassel, and then I thread it up through these, and then tied a knot. And it can be a drawer pull, or it can be a decoration.
So Isabella and I realized we didn't show y'all how to make a tassel. If you don't know, you don't know, right? So we're gonna give you a little. We're doing our handy dandy little
Cardboard.
trash to treasure, right? We're gonna just take this little piece of cardboard and do it however you want. This one's about, I don't know, 2.5 inches or so, and you're just gonna hold on to it, wrap it around, give it a few. However much you think you need here. I don't think we need too much. All right, and then you're just going to cut it off. And then I like to do it while it's still on here. Let me, sorry, you want to slide that down so they can see this crazy I'm doing. And then I like to leave it on here and tie it because it's so much easier, especially if you don't have a beautiful helper like I do. To do this with. So then you just lace it through there. I'm gonna cut it, and then You're going to tie a knot. Now this is the cut end on this side is my little tail of when I was wrapping it around. And as you can see, he's hanging out here. So we're just going to leave him down there, and we're going to tie our knot on the other end. Hold on one second, let me tie it down. Okay, now you can put your finger. And we're just knotting it. Okay, baby. And then what you do with this other end down here where your tails are, this one has this tail, and then the other one's hiding. Oh, here it is. He snuck out. See, that's what happens, they sneak out. And then you just cut it off. And you have your little pieces here. And then you're going to take another piece to give you that nice, cute little guy here. You just hold on to that for me. I'm just going to tie this around. Oh, come on. I don't think they can see here, sorry. So all we did here was we just looped it. Here's that piece, that's our tie. We just looped it on here and tied it down, and then you're going to make another and knot it. There we go. And you'll just trim those off nice and snug. And there's your little tassel. Now if you didn't get these trimmed up, and like mine, they're a little bit some are smaller, yeah, they're uneven. Just trim them off till they're all even. You could even choose to fray your yarn or fray your string if you wanted. Totally up to you. That's all it is to a tassel. Hope this inspires y'all to do something crafty. Keep it simple
and fun. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you guys don't miss anything.